Okay guys, so today's video is going to be on some tips when you're setting the travel limits on your garage door, and I'm going to kind of explain on these newer openers that have the electronic limits. I'm going to kind of explain how to do that. So the first thing you got to know is where to find your limit adjustments. If you have the newer ones with electronic limits, they're going to be wherever the antenna is. So you might need to pop open the light lens and they'll look like that. These three buttons are what you use for programming the travel limits. If you have an older one, there's going to be some screws on the side that the antenna is not, and if you have the light shades on the back and front, it's going to be on, I'm pretty sure to be on this side of the opener. So looking at the garage door, to be on the left side of the opener. So just give me 1 second. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead here and kind of start off with how to set up these and how to start programming it. The first thing you have to do is push this middle button until you hear a beep, and if your light's off, it's gonna come on. I'm actually not going to reset the travel limits on my door because they're set exactly where I want them to be, so I'm not going to reset it. But what you're going to do is hold this, and then this is going to start flashing. And now what you're going to do is take this button and push and hold it until the door is fully open. And I'm just letting go because I'm just pushing it, but you should be holding it until, and then watch the door till it gets fully open. Then let off the button. And some things to check when you're setting the up limit is that, for one, I'll actually start up here. You want to check that it's not going to hit this bolt, that this trolley is not going to hit this bolt. Next, you want to check that the bottom of the door is above the jamb. That's this one it is. And also make sure that it's not pulling the cables right there too tight. Otherwise you'll have some cable slack, just like on this side. The reason for my cable slack is because the spring is not tightened enough, but if you set your up limit too high, it can make your cable loose and then eventually it'll fall out, and you don't want that. So then what you're going to do, once you have the up limit set, is you push this and the lights will flash, and then you can get ready to set the down limit. Now, something about these newer openers when you're setting the limits, on these AC motors, so I guess you can check the board if it says ACT on these newer ones with electronic limits, that means you have an AC motor, and these tend to go down about an inch or so farther than you actually program it. So what you want to do actually, you want to stop it when it gets about an inch off the ground. So I'll show you what I mean here. You hold the down button, and you want to stop it about, hold on. I'll just run it down all the way and then you want to stop it about right there. You should just be able to see a little bit of daylight underneath the door here. That way when you set the limits, it'll bypass that about an inch or so. And you can make it go up a little bit farther if you want it to kind of glide down and just, it's called a soft close. But however you want to program it, it's up to you. Now, what you're going to do is push this button again, and the light should flash. And then it's going to go into the force setting mode. So basically, what you need to do is, this is just going to blink. All you're going to have to do is push and let off of that. And if you just want to reprogram the force and that's it, all you have to do is push this yellow, I'll focus this here quick. I'll try. Never mind, it won't. There it goes. So you want to take this yellow button and push it once, and then push it again, and actually. You want it closed all the way. And it'll do that if it's off a little bit, but off the ground a little bit. But what you want to do is push this twice. Maybe that's going to come on, and then the second push, this is going to start flashing along with it. And then all you need to have to do is push and let off of it. And then just let it open all the way. And then now it's going to start flashing, and again check the limit, make sure it's fine, and then push it down. And that's all you got to do, so then you can shut that. And basically you shouldn't see any daylight coming from under the door, so you should have it closed, giving it a nice seal. Shouldn't be able to see any light on the side of the door either. So hopefully this helps some of you guys out. If you make the door closed too far to the point where you can see it's making the rail bow, what that can do is it can cause the sprocket on top, it's right under this, it can cause that to snap off, and it's no fun to replace that sprocket. So, and then it could also strip out the gear because it puts a lot more wear on it. So just make sure that it's not closing too far, and then this won't snap off. So hopefully this helps some of you guys out. If it did, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any additional questions, let me know and I will get back with you. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys.